Welcome to the Facial Hair Podcast.
That's right.
We're here. This is totally not the Joystick show at all. By that, I mean it is. And obviously, we're Dylan and Bobby. But we have a guest today. Somebody joining us that's not Joey or Jerry.
Yeah.
What up, Miles?
Hey.
Hey. I forgot that we haven't had like a non-joystick guest because the only other guest was your dad.
Yeah.
Which we had like 4 editing problems in that one episode.
Oh yeah, my dad kept kicking out the power outlet that powers practically the show. You know what I mean? And he did it like 3 times on the episode, so I had to work some editing magic to fix that one up. But welcome, Miles. It's great.
Welcome.
Before we get into anything, please introduce yourself.
I am Miles Peach. My name is Miles Peach. It's not spelled like the fruit.
Yeah.
And I met Bobby through we worked for a company called
Yo,
which was a nonprofit that did like after schools and camps, and we met at the film camp.
Mm-hmm.
He was a TA and I was an intern.
Yep.
And I was gonna say you saying that your dad like kicked out reminded me of when I was actually in the camp. What happened was I was making a film that I wanted to use this song. Have you heard 2 Weeks by Grizzly Bear?
Yeah.
I wanted to use that song as the score, but it's copyrighted.
For sure.
And they were like, you can't use it. So Brian was going to help me make, something like it in Logic with a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And we were sitting at a table much like this one. And it was like the MIDI keyboard was across the table. And he's like, can you give me the MIDI keyboard? And I grab it by like the little micro USB cable, and it disconnects and falls off the table. Sick. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's okay. Just, pick it up properly, next time. And then I did the exact same thing a second time. Sick. And it broke his keyboard.
Wow.
So he was like, okay, go. And then
they kept you on for years.
He hired me right up until the end.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Literally, so honestly, looking back on it, there was so the thing was Miles you were always an intern, right?
Yeah.
But you were the intern.
Yeah.
You were the one in charge. You definitely had the seniority there. It was Miles was the guy who commanded all the other younger interns and did everything.
Interesting.
Yeah. But one weird thing is it was funny. My mom just asked earlier. She was like, "How old were you guys when you met?" I was probably 20, and you were 14.
Yeah.
But Miles has always been one of the funniest people I've ever met, even back then.
Thank you.
So it's just always been really easy to talk to Miles, and not for nothing, he's made some of these those film camps a lot more bearable to sit through.
No, dude. When I met you, I was like, oh, this guy's so cool. I was just like, this guy's so cool and funny. I gotta.
This guy's so cool and funny. Has a great beard. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Nobody has problems with.
Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment when I first met Bobby. Different body type, but
oh yeah, I was a little chubs.
Yeah,
I was a little rounder.
But still the same thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was cute.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but
oh yeah, no, I was a little. It was funny. I was showing my girlfriend pictures of me. Oh man, I was showing them. You remember that picture of me that I have? I don't know why it's on my Facebook. It's the one of me in the hoodie, and I'm wearing the pink sunglasses.
Yes. I love that photo.
I got to it, and I told Betta exactly that. I was like, Dylan likes to make fun of me for this picture, and he calls me Fat Albert for it.
Can I bring up the Xbox microphone?
The Xbox microphone. Oh no, you can't.
No.
Bring up.
Okay.
Oh man.
No, I can't bring that up. Okay. I thought I would be able to.
Go for it.
Okay, so I was over Bobby's house one time. I think it was at Bob. I think we were in your living room, and Bobby's dad puts on a video.
Can I, before you get to the part, I just want to preface one thing.
Okay.
This unfortunately has been a staple in my life. There's just this fucking video that haunts me.
I got some embarrassing photos, but I got me naked in the bathtub.
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
But I don't have.
This is a league of its own.
Video.
Yeah, I have a video.
Performance.
I'm not primarily a fan of it, but anyway, this video gets shown to everybody. My friends, my girlfriend, everyone.
Can I see?
You'll probably see it at some point. Yeah. So go ahead.
It is Bobby. How old are you in the video?
Probably
very young.
10.
Okay, he's 9 or 10 years old, and he is doing a performance of "Livin' La Vida Loca."
Mm-hmm.
And he has this Xbox microphone that he's singing into.
Yep. But hold on.
Full song.
Let me bring you into this, okay? my aunt used to be really into video editing. She used to have, I think it was like Windows Movie Maker or something. So she would do all like the little transitional effects and stuff like that. So her thing is she did it with her kids. She did a thing where she would take famous songs. I think she did one from like an Usher song or like an R. Kelly song. And she would stitch together footage from the music video with footage of like her 6-year-old children pretending to lip sync the songs, but like actually like falling to their knees with the wide open white shirts, like real, like pretending it was like a real R&B video, right? So they were cool or whatever. And then my mom was like, you should make one with Bobby. And I guess at the time I was like, cool, I'll do it. So they were like, what song do you want to do? So real quick,
how did you choose that song?
Yeah, not a lot of people know this, right? That was definitely not gonna be my go-to song.
Okay.
Livin' La Vida Loca is not one of my favorite songs at all time. I don't even know all the lyrics to that song.
How'd you lip sync that?
It was because my aunt had like a very select few amount of songs. This was like pre-iPod days when music was pretty hard to acquire, you know what I mean?
All right, yeah.
So I think she had like 20 songs.
Okay.
And honestly, like I can only remember like 5 of them, but the only one that I knew most of the words to was Livin' La Vida Loca. So I picked it. So the video is me with the music video Livin' La Vida Loca stitched with me in front of my grandma's dresser with a blanket in front of it, so it looks like a backdrop.
It looks honestly though, it looks way better.
It looks like I'm in a photo studio.
It looks good. Like
it doesn't look like a music video, but it looks like it was filmed in a studio, which is weird considering it's my grandma's like living room. And then like Dylan said, there was just an Xbox like karaoke microphone like just tied by the cord to a broom or like I think a dustpan, and that was like the microphone, and I'm just wearing like sunglasses and spinning around badly lip syncing this song. And yeah, that video haunts me to this day. Everybody sees it.
I'm very happy that there isn't more video evidence on me.
Yeah, right.
I've done that. I have an embarrassing video too. So when I was younger, me and my brother were really into Michael Flatley, and we did one of the dances. Full dress and everything.
Look at that.
It was amazing. We hit everything. But other than that, I can't fucking dance for shit.
What about you? You got any incriminating evidence on you that we can...
Yeah, as a child.
I mean, I have like one time me and my friends in elementary school, I think in like 4th or 5th grade, we like remade like it's like 9 minutes long. It's like the first, I'd say, like up until, you know, you've seen Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, up until like the point where he can like crawl on the wall, like
yeah, he like discovers.
Yeah, we basically like filmed up until that point.
Got it.
But it's like Peter Parker has 2 roommates because it was me and my 2 friends that are brothers. Luke and Julian. So we had to write us in at some point. Yeah.
This is great.
As children.
I still have it. I watched
Does it end there? Or like?
Yeah, it just ends after.
Oh, I was really hoping there was more to that.
Well, we were gonna make more. Eventually, we were gonna continue.
Very ambitious to make recreate a whole fucking movie.
Can you actually film the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, but with you guys as Peter Parker's roommates?
No.
Like, yo, shit, you're Spider-Man? It's fucking nuts,
we did the go to the science place. He gets bitten, but we were gonna CGI the spider, but we didn't have CGI, so it's just nothing. And
pretty ambitious.
Wasn't in the budget.
Grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
that reminds me of Crazy Monkey Part 2.
That reminds me of the Pokemon theme song.
Oh my god, yeah, I've seen.
Have I ever told you about that one?
What?
That's like, I think that's technically the first video members of Team Joystick worked on. Never put it up anywhere because oof. But essentially what it was me, Joey, and Jerry lip syncing the Pokemon theme song. But it wasn't just that. Like we actually had setups and like stupid things that we did per verse, right? This was the first thing I ever filmed seriously on an iPad with like iMovie. It was so bad that I didn't even like register that like holding the iPad in different ways would affect like, you know, the portrait and the landscape thing. But that's secretly how I kind of fell in love with like editing and making stuff. But looking back on it, it's obviously like the most cringiest thing ever.
That's fine. Everything you make back then. Yeah.
I actually do have a video. There are 2 videos up on my dad's I'm pretty sure it's my dad's YouTube channel. I don't know if it's an old one or whatever.
I'm sorry, but it's always somebody else's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
it's never yours.
It's out of your possession. That's what makes it embarrassing. You don't own it. You can't delete it.
It's from when I was super young. It was basically I made. It's called. I forget if it has Lego in the front or not, but it's called Boba Fett Bedroom, and it's basically I made a Lego like bedroom for Boba Fett.
That's it.
But I don't think it was a Boba Fett figure, and it doesn't look anything like a bedroom. But
That sounds like something Dylan would make.
and there's
That's so specific. I love that.
and there's another one that's called like Lego Death
Boba Fett.
Part 1.
Boba Fett bathroom.
Lego Death
Part 1, yeah, Part 1 because
Part 1.
it was gonna be like I don't even know because I remember like I had this idea of like making this like crazy stop motion of Legos where like they die or whatever, or not like a horror thing. It's just like in my head it's just like a night figure just like falling down in a hole or something, right? But basically it's like a video of me showing off all the things that I'm gonna like put in the video.
Yeah.
So it's like me going through my figures and like here like I don't know. I had like Harry Potter Legos like here's Ron and Hermione. I don't know.
That's fucking awesome, man.
And
Because I used to do this same
That's
thing.
so sick. Yeah.
I used to do it with clay, like but not good. I don't want anyone to think like I was fucking Tim Burton or something.
Fucking
It
a whole
was like,
claymation film.
like I took like I had like little clumps of clay and I would just like turn them into like stick figure people, and then I would what do you call it? When you punch holes in paper, the hole punch paper.
Yeah.
And I would get the little circles and make eyes out of it, and then put them
cool.
on the clay figure so they had like expressive eyes and stuff like that. But it was really choppy because I wasn't good at it. But that was honestly, that's some of the earliest filmography of Bobby Rosario.
Damn.
I did I send it to you? I did a stop motion in my senior year for my film class with this
really?
kid at school. Yeah, and it's like 3 minutes and it's
That's pretty
good.
substantial.
How long did you work on it?
like a month probably. I think I like did the math and like we didn't like all the hours I counted up I think was like around 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's awesome. I do want to
Yeah.
check that out. That's one thing I love about Miles, man. Super creative. Ever since I met him.
And even then, like, I think my problem was that I don't like catalog my creativity. I do eventually, but like I'm thinking of shit that's like actually out there still. And I'm like, I made songs on like Guitar Hero. Like, I did that when they finally added like the full band.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had like 30 songs I made.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they actually had downloads, but I'm like, is that game even? Are those servers even open now? Probably not.
Imagine you can somehow like get that, and that's like your first EP. Just, like,
And it's all just like down down like freaking
songs from world tours.
yeah, sample. Literally.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And what's up with your music stuff too? Speaking of your creativity.
Yeah. I'm in one confirmed band.
Yes.
Maybe others, but there's one out there right now. It's called Good Evil, and it's under my partner's label, Reaction Records.
Hey, fuck.
Yeah, we're working on music. We have one EP and one single out. Should I say here are the Instagram handles or whatever?
Go for it.
Here are all the accounts you need to know about.
Okay. Add some sound effect maybe.
They'll also be in the description below.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're making it out here. We're making it happen. We're making things
same
shake,
thing
you
as
know?
us, you know.
Yeah.
We gotta help each other rise up. That's probably the corniest shit I've
Some
said on this podcast.
some garage
right now.
creativity.
Yeah, right. Word.
Some basement vibes.
From the basement vibes. Word. From the basement.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you we can like bring over our stuff and we can do.
And
a
make no
performance there.
mistake, Miles makes jams. And yeah,
Thank you.
performance sounds. Imagine when the Joystick show has like live music.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
When we close out, it's like, ladies and gentlemen, Ariana Grande. Just cuts to Ariana Grande in the corner of my basement. Just like
I'm imagining her literally holding that guitar that's in the corner
Yeah,
of your
right.
basement.
the
Wait,
detuned
But saying
guitar.
God is a woman.
What you got to do is you got to have like the musicians film you guys, and then when it switches over, you just turn around the cameras.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
Super indie, yeah. So like poor Ariana Grande is just there unattended for 45 minutes watching us talk about dumb shit, and then finally we swap the camera over and she's like, finally.
Oh my God. No, she would probably show up 5 minutes before.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
She's a busy
Cash
woman.
out. Yeah, for sure.
She's so busy.
She's got it. Unless she just so happens to be the biggest Joystick fan we don't know about.
She has like a secret account.
She's one of those concurrent 10.
She's lurking.
Yo,
sure.
like mad random. I've watched so much stuff. It's almost hard not.
Me
to
too.
talk
I
about
just
it.
got Paramount Plus,
right,
and I'm
Really?
going through all of that shit, bro.
I refuse to get Paramount Plus.
Why?
Just because it's like okay.
It's 99 cents,
I have-
bro.
it's
It's
not-
90. It's
what?
99 cents for the first 2 months.
Really?
If you get it through Amazon, it's 99 cents for 2 months.
That fucking deal. I'm paying the $7 or whatever it is.
I have Disney Plus, HBO Max,
I get
Netflix,
Disney
Hulu.
I get Disney
Amazon.
Plus for free.
I can't handle anymore.
Yeah.
I literally.
know.
It's
I'm
like,
with you, buddy. I pay for I have a lot, but I think I pay for 4, and it's like. It's,
Yeah,
it's
I don't even pay. I don't pay for any.
I know you don't. You fucking little thieving bitch.
Yeah.
I don't pay any for any, but my parents pay for it. But like
Yeah.
you know, like literally, people pay so much to look at the menus and be like, I can't decide.
Yeah, and even then, I watch 90% of my shit
Sorry,
on,
speaker turned off.
on YouTube anyway.
Yeah,
So like, I'm just gonna re-get YouTube Premium because those 5-second ads are getting on my nerves.
I mean, for a very long time, Paramount Plus was a bar rescue machine for me. So if I'm being
oh my, you know what?
real,
I'm watching fucking what's it called?
Air
Disasters.
Because you're a fucking psychopath.
They have 14 seasons. And it's
There's
just
that many air disasters.
It's a Mayday. It's called. It's like British.
Oh my lord.
And it's essentially just like documentary style videos about like plane crashes. And I've noticed that depending on, like, let's just say if the pilot dies, depending on how many other people die, that's how well they speak of him. You know. So it's like if he's a savior, they like really gas him up, like, oh, this guy's a fucking hero. But if he lets people die and he forgot to turn, you know, like that, like really they hound on him. But yeah, it's it's if you're not into that, obviously, you know, many people aren't. Obviously, it's kind of like if you're not in the right mindset. It's
grim for me.
It's pretty grim. I have to be in the right mood for it. But you know.
I was gonna say, funny, just you bring that up. I was literally like very recently watching a Neil Brennan joke where he was talking about like how like planes disappear or like go down and stuff like that, and how like people suspect that the pilots are like depressed, so that could be like a tie to it. So he's like, now when I get on planes, I just make sure to really compliment the pilot. So I'm just like, is that the pilot or like a model? Like, sir, you are looking great today. Like, I laugh really hard at all of his jokes.
Like, I feel like that another comedian has a joke about that. Like, if you know, like if the pilot is in like a good mood, you feel good.
I feel like a comedian has a joke about airplane food. Oh, what's up
Airline
with that?
food? Yeah. Oh,
what's the deal with Jerry Seinfeld?
Dylan could probably tell you. He's
Love
a
Jerry.
Seinfeld fan.
My boy.
My dad watches a lot of comedians in cars getting coffee.
Oh, yeah. My
Classic.
dad likes that show.
Yeah.
He just discovered it, though. My
Really?
dad has recently discovered internet media.
All
Nice.
media.
Yeah, like my like up until a little while ago, it was just movies and TV for my dad.
Yeah,
But
same
the
with my
game
dad.
has changed. Yeah.
Same with I've been sending my dad some YouTube links.
My
and he's
dad's like,
shit.
there's shows on YouTube.
I update on the JCS criminology. I'm now watching it with my mom, so that is now the vibe.
My dad would probably like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
shit.
it's so fucking good, bro. These people are savages.
Yeah.
They're fucking murderers. Bro, there's this one guy in Canada who like literally had like 13 sexual assaults and 4 murders, and he was like the highest ranking military person.
Wow.
And so like and in the interrogation, they broke him in 45 minutes. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And he's like, okay, I'll show you where they are. It's like, bro, like shit blows my
That's
mind.
insane.
And I fell asleep to that, but since I watch so much shit, right, like it'll like go to something else that's not completely related because it's autoplay on recommended. And I woke up to a guy giving a tour of Disney World's Magic Kingdom,
Oh wow.
like just like on like a GoPro or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was a Disney adult, so real bad.
Oh,
Do you
like
know about
what?
Disney adults?
Like yeah.
They're like what? They're like
People who like theme parks
way
way
too
Die
too
hard.
yeah.
Like their whole room is like themed to like a specific princess or some shit. Like
Have you seen the woman that has like buys literally like every Mickey knickknack, anything, and just like decorates her entire
Yeah,
house?
I've seen this.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
fucking wild. And this guy is a loser. Can I just tell this guy? I woke up to this and the guy is just like, he gets on all of the kiddie rides though. He doesn't go on like any of the cool ones, right? Like fucking Space Mountain or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he goes on like the Toy Story shooty one, and the whole time he's like, my gun's not working. Like it's like the worst.
So you're saying I have to subscribe to this
Yeah,
gentleman?
and he's like alone too, and he's like, you know, at least in his 30s.
Oh man, I saw one like that recently of the new Super Mario World that opened. I think it's Universal Japan.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Is
Disney.
that cool?
They're good.
That one was cool. I mean, it was.
Because
too bad.
I've been like
That
heard
guy went
about
with a
that.
friend, you know.
Dude,
Yeah.
they've been I feel like they've been teasing the Mario Kart Universal ride for so long, and then at the end of the video, he's like, "And then there's the ride." Okay, that's the end of the video. Like, they don't show it at all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, that guy showed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's there. It's in the Bowser Castle.
Oh,
Yeah.
it had its own separate.
I think it's like a 4D ride where like you get on it and like the screen goes, but I think you have like actual buttons that are interactive that lets you use power ups and shit like that.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Cool.
Did you SeaWorld tried doing that on
one
a
of
ride.
those rides?
Yeah, but it was a submarine ride, but outside. So like everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like the worst ride ever.
Yeah.
And like it's shut down in like 2 years.
That's so stupid. Like it's SeaWorld. You can
Yeah,
easily
yeah.
have like an aquarium housing.
And
or
literally
something.
there's like fake fish, and I'm like, you use real fish.
Yeah,
You heard about the animatronic dolphins? Apparently now,
no.
yeah, they're making like robot dolphins to replace the dolphins that are like left in
Isn't that
captivity.
bad?
That's
'Cause,
crazy.
like electricity. Like
I don't know, but like I saw, it was like one of those Snapchat links, but it was like a thing, and it was like, is this real or fake? And it genuinely, like I couldn't tell the difference. It looked like a real. They even come up for like food and stuff like
Really?
that. Yeah.
Did you see there's like an animatronic for they're redoing like the Beauty and the Beast ride, or they're doing a new one or something, and it's an animatronic that like looks like it's real, but it's like stylized like the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like it's
a
trippy.
beast just runs at me. That's kind of horrifying.
No, it's a bell.
Oh,
And it's just like how
Oh.
crazy like the human.
some guy's gonna
looks.
try to marry her.
Shit.
Probably that guy in that video I was talking about.
I heard they're doing something similar on the Mummy ride. They're making an
Universal?
animatronic, fat Brendan Fraser, who at the end of the ride he's just there and
falls.
he's just like, hey.
he is though. He's like in like the videos.
No. I'm sorry. I got confused. I thought it was an animatronic. They're actually just going to hire him to sit there at the end of the ride.
He can do it.
In the
He
chair.
can do it. He's not doing anything right now.
Oh, this is a perfect segue, actually. Speaking of shit I just watched, right? I was telling
that wasn't even a good segue.
No. You'll see. I was just talking to Miles about this earlier. I watched the movie. I have my movie nights. I've mentioned that recently. We watched a movie called A Case of You. It is a romantic comedy with Justin Long, and the premise is he's like a Brooklyn writer.
He's in a case
of you. He's a Brooklyn writer who's writing like a love story that's essentially like his own personal story with this girl that he's infatuated with. But the main like shtick of the story is that he kind of stalks her Facebook profile to see what she's into, and then he pretends to be hardcore into it. So she's like, "Oh, I love judo."
That's
and then
really fucking creepy.
It is creepy.
That's
yeah,
really creepy.
You question it a couple of times
That's
in the
like
movie.
you're like, wait, so okay, so a stalker is living in Brooklyn. That's how I see it in my head.
Can I spoil it?
Yes.
At the end, he confesses it to her, but they genuinely fall in love and they have a connection.
Okay.
But he confesses it to her, and then she acknowledges that she knew towards the end, and that she actually started like putting stuff on her profile to see if he would do it.
Really?
That's like an interesting
That's
twist.
cool.
Or whatever.
Testing the waters a little bit.
But it is creepy, 100%.
Yeah.
You question it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I'm bringing this up post my amazing mummy joke.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Oh,
which
shit.
is insane. It was like the first time granted, the movie's like older. I'm pretty sure it's probably like 2014 or something like that.
How did that come up? Did you guys just choose to watch that?
I've never heard of it, honestly. It was
I've
one
never
of,
heard
well,
of it
the thing
either.
is, I told you have genres of movies every month. The genre we're doing this month is movies set in New York. So that's where I play.
That makes sense.
And it was only the one on the list that I hadn't seen. So I was like, I'll pick it. And it was a romantic comedy. I like romantic comedies. I'll admit it. I'm a fan.
They make you feel good.
But speaking on the whole thing about Brendan Fraser, yeah, he's in it. It was surprising. But there's also like a lot of celebrities in that movie that are like, whoa, like they got these people. So Justin Long is the main guy, and he also wrote the movie and produced it.
Okay, so it's his shit.
I don't really remember I don't recognize the girl who plays like the female lead. His roommate. Have you guys seen Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yeah.
Is the bad guy, like the spiky haired kid dude, you know?
I
Like,
would need to see a picture.
He pretends to be the cop, and Paul Blart trains him in the beginning, but then he goes double agent.
Okay, I
and
know
he's
what
like
you're
the
talking
leader
about.
of all
I think
these.
so.
Well, that's his roommate. And then the roommate's girlfriend is the blonde chick from White Chicks. So now that I've gotten you up to speed on that.
Busy Phillips or the other one?
Busy Phillips, exactly. Now that I've got you on to speed on that, here are all the other huge name celebrities who have minor parts in the movie. Peter Dinklage, Vince Vaughn, Sam Rockwell, Brendan Fraser. There's a fifth one too, and it's escaping me, but when I saw it, I was like, holy shit. And they're all like kind of hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Peter Dinklage literally plays a gay barista in Brooklyn. Like a gay emo barista.
That's
Peter Dinklage.
so good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Vince Vaughn plays like his agent, his writing publishing agent, and it was kind of cool because they're like the average Joes from Dodgeball to see them.
Shit.
Like,
Justin Long definitely like just got everyone's number and then called them later on.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, hey, and I would like to see who said no. You know?
Yeah, right.
Like, cause it's definitely you got good names, but I'm sure like he probably called like Jonah Hill or something.
Yeah, right.
Jonah Hill was like, sorry, man.
I was like, sorry, I got nominated, bro.
I'm like doing like 80 push-ups a day. I can't be doing that right now.
Oh yeah. In the Tusk documentary, Walrus Yes, that we were talking about earlier.
We were also talking about Tusk earlier.
When Kevin Smith is like it's the last day for a certain actor, he films him like giving this like really nice like insane speech about how this actor is the best actor he's ever worked with and he's ever seen act in anything ever of all time. And and they're just like, wow, thank you, Kevin. Like, and like when Justin Long is leaving, he's got like the Tusk like head still. So he's like, that's so great. Thank you so much. Like,
you know what he's up to now, Justin Long?
No, I do not.
He's hosting a show on Disney Plus.
Really? What show?
I think it's called Shop Class or something like that. It's like a family competition show that kind of revolves around like wood shop projects and DIY stuff. But for some reason, he's the host.
Interesting.
I like Justin Long.
I do like Justin Long.
Like he's in a lot of good. Accepted is one of my favorite movies. Dodgeball, one of my favorite movies. Accepted was the first movie I saw that was like, this is so fucking creative.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
It's a really cool concept.
You've never seen Accepted?
No, I've never even heard of it.
What?
It's
Accepted like Accepted?
Yeah, Accepted.
Yeah. It's like it was like one of Jonah Hill's first roles, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, ask me about my winner, and he's dressed like a hot dog.
You never heard of it?
No.
It's not to go on a tangent about Accepted, but it's a great movie about like Justin Long is the main character, and him and his group of friends are like the only kids from his high school who didn't get accepted to like any of their colleges for different reasons. Like one kid had a athletic scholarship and he got hurt and he lost it. Another girl only applied to one school, she didn't get in, blah blah blah. So basically they like pool a bunch of money and get a bunch of ideas together to fake being in college for a while
fake
at a
website.
fake college.
Wow.
But it accidentally turns real and mad people apply to the college, so they start running a fake college.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like they made it fake, and then all of a sudden like all of the kids that applied online showed up.
Yeah.
Like,
because it was just a little joke, but Jonah Hill actually made it a clickable, like a functional website when he only wanted it to be like fake so that they could show it to their parents. So then like 1,000 kids apply to the college.
I see.
But it's a great movie.
And then so it's like you make your own classes, and it's like they,
it's
cool
like
shit.
Alternative learning or some shit
I
like
see.
that. But it's cool. It's chill. Yeah. You should definitely check it out.
Shit.
Yeah.
I have to check out the Star Wars movies, apparently, Miles.
Oh yeah. Well,
I told Miles I saw the bad ones, which is fair.
You've only seen the prequels, which is
what
crazy
the fuck?
to me. Yeah.
At least I've seen all of them.
Let me live.
I mean, I haven't seen the newest one. I haven't seen.
I told Miles I watched like all the
latest movie.
Rise of
Yeah.
Skywalker. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. You got to see the originals, and I mean, like, I don't know.
And they still look good, I think.
What do you mean?
The original Star Wars movies?
Oh yeah.
They still look good.
Yeah, they're good. I was saying, yeah, like the fourth one doesn't like hold up for me as much just because it's like I can tell that like it's not like this whole like big story. Like it's just the first one they made. It's about Luke and they blow up the Death Star and whatnot. But like they still look really good. And I mean like the ninth one, it makes you upset, but you can enjoy it if you have the right way of going into it.
Nice.
One day I'm gonna sit down and give these movies justice.
Yeah. But
I told the same thing with the Lord of the Rings films. I stopped halfway for some reason.
But the best Star Wars media is, I'd say, the Clone Wars television show and The Mandalorian.
A lot of people.
Say that. Everyone says that. Everyone I know who's into
Yeah.
Star Wars
Have
says that.
Have you been watching The Bad Batch?
No.
What is that? It sounds familiar.
It's like the Clone Wars spin-off, but yeah, it's good. There's a new episode out now that I haven't seen yet.
Interesting. I used to watch the Clone Wars way back when it was like on Cartoon Network back in the day. Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I only played the games.
Oh really?
I played like Force Unleashed, Force Unleashed 2. I played all of them, but
are those games good? I kind of want to play them. Yeah.
All Star Wars games are at least decent.
Yeah.
Every single one. Even
Lego stuff.
Even the glitchy ones on like PS1
Dude,
are not bad.
I'm so excited for the new Lego Star Wars game. It's the Skywalker Saga. It's
Are they actually making
it's all remastered
that's
and everything.
sick.
Oh, that's
but
crazy.
they haven't put a release date out, and they keep saying it's gonna come out like fall or whatever.
Maybe
And
they
then
wanted to make it
now they're
PS5.
just not even talking about it. Now they're just not even mentioning it. It's like
Maybe someone deleted it off a hard drive.
fuck.
I put that shit where it's like there was like
the MySpace.
the MySpace thing where basically all of the songs from MySpace got deleted.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh well, fuck me. I mean, most of them exist, but there's a lot of stuff we missed.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was
they
this
only
one.
recovered like 0.1% of it.
Yeah, very very little amount, which is still like probably thousands of songs.
Yeah.
Probably shit no one wants. Some random person in their basement.
What if it was like
making shit.
hyper pop before?
Probably, or maybe. I mean, back then, MySpace music was very like emo, like glitchcore stuff.
For sure.
Like there was this band I used to listen to called The Beautiful Lotus.
Did you have a MySpace?
Yeah.
I never had one.
Yeah.
This is before my time.
I know.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
It was our time, but I still didn't have
No,
it.
it was. We were still very young. Like,
We
I was
were we were
I was
right
like
at the
8,
end of it.
and I had a MySpace for some reason. Like I was like really young.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the vibe in my neighborhood was like everyone would go to the library and go on MySpace on the library computer for some reason. Like that was the thing because it's mad hot, you know.
You're my top 8. You're my top 8.
Yeah. Oh, she took you out. Oh fuck.
So stupid. That's how drama starts.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been sitting on a fun fact I learned all week to save it for the podcast. I guess I should, because if I just start saying this, it's gonna come way out of left field. So let me just explain how I.
You don't have to preface it. You can just kind of
came to
fucking. You can kind of just rock it.
Okay, if I just said it right now, you want to hear a fun fact about Stuart Little?
Yes.
Like, you see what I mean?
Yes.
Miles
I
is
do.
very
Yeah,
excited.
I do. Yeah, I do.
On the last episode, I think Dylan was talking about Stuart Little 3, the game,
Yeah.
very briefly for like
yeah,
a minute.
Yeah. And you said it's there a movie.
Yeah, so I googled it, and it was a straight to video movie.
Yeah.
I think it might have even been animated, but regardless, I was looking up stuff about Stuart Little movies. And fun fact about the first movie, a production designer went to a thrift store and bought a $500 painting to use as set design on one of the rooms. And an art historian was watching it in 2009 and recognized it as a lost painting from like this really famous painter.
Wow.
Got in contact with the people from the production team to track it down. And I don't know how recently, but after it got found, it's sold at an auction for like over 200,000 euro.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want that painting.
Kind of nuts, right?
I'm about to just
crazy.
hit up a thrift store.
The Stuart Little painting.
The first one and the second one were really good.
Oh hell
I
yeah.
don't remember those
Part of my
movies.
childhood for sure.
The first one is when he meets his parents, but it's fake. It's
Yeah,
fake. It's a
those
fake
ones-
guy.
yeah.
Second one,
Dr.
is
House.
when- second one is when he second one is when
Stuart
he,
Little has
he-
cancer.
Damn. I went through a phase where I would just watch house clips on
Yeah.
YouTube. And I
What a
was-
legend.
And I was just like, man, I should watch this show. And then I was
And
like,
you didn't watch the
I was
show?
like, oh, it's on Amazon Prime, and then I never watched it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I remember that shit was on TV.
Oh,
And like I was like, and he'd like go to like the person in the hospital. He'd like go to their house and like look in to see like what they like drank. And it's like, bro, the doctor doesn't show up to your fucking house.
House
The fuck?
does.
House.
House goes to the
And
house.
he's just always like, he's like, I'm on Vicodin. I'm like I'm just whatever. Like he's
Yeah. He's like, I'm
he's
fucking
just crazy.
I'm
and
fucking
then
I just 8 pills.
and
I'm
then I
like,
saw a
"Jeez,
clip.
dude."
He like goes to prison at some point, and I saw a clip, and I was like, what? Like he's in prison?
Have you ever? Do you know about Prison Break?
No. Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard
They
of it.
break out of prison like 3 times.
The show Prison Break. The whole concept is that he's in prison. He has to break out of prison.
Oh,
Yeah.
Season 1, he gets broken out of prison, right?
Really? Okay.
Season 2, you know what happens? He gets arrested. Goes back in a more maximum security prison. He breaks out of prison.
Again.
Season 3, prison.
Prison.
I didn't watch it because that concept, I'm like, he's going to end up back in fucking
It's
prison.
actually like, it's not to harp on them, but it's actually it's one of Jerry and Jessica's favorite shows. Not to
Not
like
good.
not to shit on it. I low key think that might be one of
I
Jerry's favorite shows.
I think it came on before Lost.
Never saw
That's
it.
how I know it. It came on
Never
before
saw it.
Lost.
It was on Fox. That's all I remembered.
I'm
No,
really
it wasn't on Lost. I don't remember.
I'm really close to finishing Breaking Bad.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
Nice. That's a great show, man.
Yeah.
I haven't watched like a show in a while. Like I haven't actually like I don't know if my attention span sucks or I just watch YouTube content a lot, but Like the show I'm watching now is Drawn Together.
Yeah,
which
the
is
old animated one.
Which like I forgot that show existed.
Yeah,
and I'm happy I did.
Oh, Paramount Plus. Yeah, it has all the Comedy Central stuff.
And I'm watching that, and I'm just like, wow, like the fuck. Like the show is like to basically explain it. It's like
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's like total Drama Island vibes. Like it's it's in reality
Yeah,
show
but
that's
animated.
It's animated characters, each from a different universe. So there's like Link from Zelda, but he's like gay.
Really?
Yeah. There's like a Ren and Stimpy type guy, and he's like really skinny and wears socks. There's Ling Ling, which is a Pikachu ripoff. He looks like Raichu, but like he just speaks it in Japanese.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's like and it's just like a reality show, but they all just fight each other the whole time. There's like a pig that's like an internet character, and he just shits and pees and everything. And it's just like lewd for the fact of being lewd, but it's funny. Like it's good.
It is, yeah.
But I like it was so long ago that I watched it that not only did I not get a lot of the jokes, but I also was like, oh, I didn't watch any of these episodes.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen season 1 or 2. I only watched 3.
That's what I like about Paramount Plus. They have everything from their catalogs, like especially Comedy Central, like Tosh Point, Dimitri Martin. I've been watching a lot of Comedy Central Presents. Like I remember at one point I wanted to buy every episode of Comedy Central Presents, and it would have been like $300 or something like that. Yeah. So now that exists and that I can go to Paramount Plus,
I know what I'm doing tonight, honestly,
and go through them. That's honestly like a dream for me. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like we made it. The thing I wanted was invented. We're here.
Yeah. Didn't have to buy something. Like the only thing I own on my Amazon catalog, and Bobby knows what I own on my Amazon catalog, and it's The Great Diamond Cobra.
Don't I own it? Yeah,
and I own it too.
Oh, you also have it?
I also own it. Because like on Amazon, there's like when you on shipping, there's like an option where it's like get $2 off a digital purchase.
Yeah,
I did that so many times that it was like $1 or like $3, and I just was like, I'm gonna buy it.
Do you know about the great movie, The Diamond Cobra?
No,
you don't.
Why wouldn't he know? Why would he know?
Can we show him the trailer? Can we
pull it up right now?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I think it's that important of a film.
Really?
And apparently she has like a bunch of others that are like, you know, have good.
What's the official title? Diamond
Cobra versus the White Fox. Here we go.
Look at that. Look at that. What a list.
She got 2 copyrights on this shit.
Wow.
So one night, me and Dylan committed to the 2-hour film that is Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox. This is like a full-on movie.
It's a 2-hour movie, yeah.
And it's not cohesive at all.
Really?
It's
fucking
like
trash.
The weirdest thing in the world. It's crazy.
I mean, it's hysterical, but
it's like 12 stories that are supposed to be one continuous thing that aren't at all. There's like a whole part where the main character, like, right, she meets like that guy in the streets, that like thuggy dude, and then like she starts working for him,
and then like he gets hit by a car, but then that also tends to be that woman that's in throughout all the parts. Essentially it's supposed to be 2 parts. It's supposed to be like Diamond Cobra is like the first half, and then White Fox is the second half, and then they meet at the end.
And they're played by the same person,
and they end up in space.
Okay.
And the main villain is like an intergalactic like Terminator guy.
I see. Okay.
And half of the movie takes place in real life. So this is it's an experience.
Her sister works for the FBI.
There's a detective with like
the FBI, the CIA, and aliens are all involved.
They're all involved. Yeah. There's like a detective who has 3 children who look nothing alike.
One of them dies,
and like 2 of them die.
2 of them die. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the daughter cries at both, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like.
And by far my favorite thing about this movie is, you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's pretty bad, right? But my favorite thing is whenever there's like a scene where 2 characters are FaceTiming with each other, it's always just like a still picture of the other person like on the computer. So it's like an over the shoulder, and they're like, yeah, we gotta do the thing, and the guy on the computer is just like completely still, like not moving. It's the best, man.
Just edited onto the phone too.
It's
the word.
Oh dude, it's my favorite. It's my favorite bad movie, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, that and Suburban Sasquatch are my 2 favorite.
I still haven't seen that one.
So we have to watch it. It's literally just like 80 murders in one movie.
Got it.
Wow.
Like, so it's basically just like Sasquatch just kills everybody.
Oh.
And they'll introduce a new character every like 5 minutes just to have immediately. And it like the
Love
time,
it.
like it'll be like 15 minutes, murder, 10, murder, 5, and it'll just get to the point where it's like, bro, we're just, what are we doing?
Yeah. That reminded me of two things. So, one, like this Spider-Man like fan film series on YouTube that's actually really good, but just like the way that it looked and like was made, like just like the like a random person like making a movie.
Yeah.
And then also there's another bad movie like that I watched with my friends, Jonah and Ryan, just like in the middle of the night, called Iron Sky 2. It was a sequel, and we just picked it. And it's like a dystopian like society in space, and like they have to go down to Earth where there are dinosaurs now, and like there's a scene where it looks like The Last Supper or whatever, but it's like all politicians, but they're like lizard people.
Okay.
And it's crazy.
So there's
It's
some agenda
crazy.
going on.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Got it.
It's ridiculous. It didn't. None of the movie made sense at all.
Did you go back and watch the first one?
Well, no. So maybe I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm like, I don't know. This seems like this is very deep.
I mean, I'm sure I would have got it more, but like, I couldn't have gotten it like so much, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I love the lizard people theories.
Uh-huh.
How
I
do you feel about flat Earth?
No.
That's a funny one. Flat Earth is hysterical
It's-
because they're so. It's literally it was a Google poll where it was, can you confidently say that the world is not flat, and it was 83%
That said yes.
that said yes,
Oh man.
and from 18 to 25-year-olds, 69%,
Wow.
which is really low.
Yeah.
That's like very violently low.
That's all them
Yeah.
TikToks.
Like, oh my! I've been
that's all them Call
I've been
of Duty
watching
Warzone.
I've literally been watching like you know about like witch talk.
Witch talk?
Yeah, so
oh
it's,
my god.
so it's
yeah.
basically like all the spirituality
Like spells
girls.
and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, but we're about, but it's like you can tell through alternate realities and past lives where you come from. So it's like the Gregorians, you know, they'll
I
they'll
saw
show
that one,
photos, and
yeah.
it's like how you know.
People in the comments are like, "Wow, Gladderin or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so familiar. It feels like I've been there." Like,
Yeah. and I a lot of people aren't like, you know, it's for fun. But like from the outside looking in, it's like, what the fuck? And it's just like,
Yeah.
and it's either just like filtered paintings, or it's just like edited stock photos.
Yeah.
So like, but like you put like a red filter on it, and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, you're from Blednar or some shit, like just making stuff up.
Have you seen Shift Talk?
No, I don't know about
Okay,
Shift Talk.
I don't know if it's like for other like scenarios, but all the ones that I've heard about are people saying that when they sleep, they like shift realities and go to Hogwarts.
Oh no!
Yeah. They're like, I was in Slytherin, like whatever. Like it's, I don't know. It's
So hold on. Explain the process. They
Like,
as they're
like-
asleep.
they you have to go to sleep. They like there's
Uh-huh.
some technique or something.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
have to do.
Yeah.
And if you do it right, you shift realities and you go to Hogwarts.
For the night. Or
While
like
you're
in
asleep, yeah,
life.
No, well, people have said like I was there for like 3 months. Like,
Oh,
oh my
shit.
god!
Like they were there for a semester. That's
Yeah,
insane.
seriously.
Holy
It's
shit! I
crazy.
graduated with fucking Harry.
And
Holy
I saw
shit.
it came up on my For You page. It was like I doubted it, but it actually works. And I was like, what? Like,
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, in Witch Kai, it's also like rocks and stuff like that, and they show off like, which is that's cool. Like if you got a cool ass crystal, like a big ass
Yeah, I
rock,
see a
that's
crystal.
cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. But don't be like, oh, leave it in water under the moon and it'll get positively charged. Like yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know. I don't
But
know.
yeah, flat Earth. Essentially, there was this guy in the 1800s, and his name was Parallax, and that is like that is like the guy who created flat Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Because like back in the day, thousands of years ago, we thought flat Earth, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, because we didn't know fucking science. We thought the sun was a god and shit. But there was a guy. He was a scientist in Britain named Parallax, and he basically like sent a boat with a flag sticking up. And he said that if the world was round, that you would not be able to see the boat in the horizon, and that it would dip. But it never dipped. So he said, "Oh, it's flat."
the cat's here.
Yeah.
They did something in school where they said that, and they were like, well, he was wrong.
Yeah,
and, like,
of course.
This is them. Yeah, this is how they
yeah,
did it.
yeah. And it's like now he's like this thing, and that is all of the evidence that flat earthers point to.
Yeah.
We gotta help the boy out.
No, yeah. Shoutouts to Hunter's bathroom.
Yeah, the mascot of the Joystick
gets
show.
shared with the studio.
Yeah.
All good. But yeah.
Now he's just gonna stand there for a bit. But yes, people still believe that. And there's like people who bring like levels on a plane, and they're like, "Oh, the level doesn't change. That means it's flat."
Dude, what was the cool thing you were telling me about before? The souls thing.
Oh yeah.
Pantheism.
Pantheism embodied.
You heard of this?
Which is the ideology. I saw it in like an animated video on Reddit. It's like 9 minutes. But
I know about it.
You know about it? Yeah. It's basically when you die, like you meet God or whatever, and it's like he explains to you that your consciousness is the same consciousness as everyone else in the world, but just at different times. And then when you die, you get sent through a different life in a different period in time. And once you do it enough, like you become a god yourself, or something like that, your soul or whatever. Yeah,
that's cool.
Wow,
yeah. It's just interesting, like where all the.
I like that stuff. One of my favorite. It's kind of more of a negative one, but it's basically that the world starts when you're born, and the world ends when you die. So it's
like everything,
but literally, but like in the literal sense.
Like,
so
literally.
the history you're taught. Is,
so the human brain is so powerful that you make up everything.
Oh, I see.
So what are we really doing?
So you're making a world, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
so essentially what the theory is that when you're born, your brain creates everything around you. So all of the world history, all of the sciences, that's all stuff your brain just made up.
Huh.
Which is like weird because it's like, LOL, no. But like just to think that like in the literal sense, if you are like an atheist or something, that's probably what you believe in.
Yeah. Are we on shrooms right now?
Bobby's like, is this what drugs feel like?
This is like wild, man.
Have you heard like theory? This one's pretty tame compared to the others, but have you heard like everyone sees colors differently? Like what you see as green, I might see as like orange or something, just something like that. And there's like no like people are like,
what
oh, there's
color
no way
is
to prove
this
it.
tablecloth?
It's like maroon.
Okay, so
but
I would describe it as burgundy
to you. If it looked like blue to you, but you would know it as burgundy or whatever, you know, like.
I get it, yeah.
I don't like that.
That's cool.
Right?
No, that's cool. I like that.
I always used to think like you know how they say like the human eye is only capable of seeing like a certain percentage of the spectrum of color or whatever, right? Yeah. I always used to think like, what if I don't know, like some super hypothetical situation, you like get transported to some alternate reality where you can actually see all of like those different colors. Like, would that be enough to make you go insane?
Yeah.
Like too much sensory overload. Like, what is all this new shit that I am seeing for the first time?
I think you'd be able to handle it.
One time, speaking of like sensory overload, my friend Nico and I wanted to go up to my roof, but like you can't take the elevator up because the elevator doesn't go up to the roof. You have to take the stairs, and it's like 12 flights. And so one time we were like, let's run up there. And so we ran up there.
Okay, you got an asthma attack.
Well, what happened was I was just like, you know, out of breath. And then like eventually like everything started getting really bright. And I was like, oh, I need to sit down. And like, it just literally like, I couldn't see past like I couldn't see any other buildings. Like I couldn't see past like my roof. It was just all white. Yeah. And like it had like a purplish tint. And then at one point I was like, oh, I feel nauseous. I'm going to throw up. And I go, and I don't throw up. And then like 5 minutes later, I was fine.
Lit.
It's crazy.
Nice. You almost died, but you made it through.
That was like when I threw up in front of Joey's house recently.
Oh, yeah.
I say, nah, I'm a legend for that one.
Yeah. What happened?
We talked about this, right?
I don't know if I went into detail about it.
We talked about it.
Long story short, I had one too many Jello shot, and I went outside to go walk because my stomach started hurting. Yeah. And then I basically made like a lap around Joey's block, and then when I made the lap and I came back, my stomach was like, uh-oh.
Really?
So I went to like go cover my mouth, but the problem is I have this under my face now.
What color was the Jello?
It was a mixture of red and blue, so let's just say purple. You know?
Oh, nice.
I was mixing them, you know. Blue ones were way better. But point is I went to go cover my mouth like that, but it all just kind of came into my beard, which is disgusting, I'm aware. But then I was just like outside, so I had to make like a homie call to Jerry, and he came out, got me some napkins and some water. Nice. Cleaned it all up, you know.
I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Two questions. It's one, have you ever done something? And two, will you be willing to do it? Sensory deprivation.
The tanks?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, I will. I'm curious to hear about what it is, because it's like I don't know how lost I could feel.
It's not. It kind of just feels like you're dreaming while you're awake. That's all it kind of feels like. But it's essentially the theory behind it is that since you are in a room that's completely empty and you're floating and your body kind of goes numb, you have no senses whatsoever.
I see.
And you can't see, you don't hear anything. It's nothing. The tanks are like basically silent. You can't like unfloat, so you just kind of like sit there.
Yeah, they have like salt in them, so you.
Yeah.
I dreamt that I was playing the video game like a Doom type level. And I went through like 4, and it was like 4. Yeah, it was like, and it was like that art style too, and it was like 4 unique levels.
Crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just like your
Dylan's about to design a game.
So and the thing is that I did it in Denver and I wasn't even fucking high.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I definitely should have done that while broccoli emoji, because that would have been like
that would have been too crazy.
Or like an edible, like a strong edible.
I would get so freaked out.
Yeah,
there not only is there a panic button, but the one I went to, because there's 2.
Oh, there is. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's outside though. You have to like get out. You have to get up out of floating. But the one I did was kind of like, imagine like a hole that's like the size of the bathroom over there, and then if you go into that hole, there's like a whole like water area. That's the one I went to, so that if you wanted, you could kind of like see where the opening is and like go out.
Up until you said you have to go out, it did not occur to me that they do not lock you in.
No, it's no.
The
one I went to is you're all in your individual rooms, and when you get out, it's a motion sensor, so all the lights go on once you leave. Yeah, they design it so it's like if you do panic, they'll
it makes it easy for you.
Hunter's really chilling right now.
Yeah, if you could see, like,
what a
he's
fucking
like
legend.
Sitting right in front of the podcast.
It looks great.
He's
having a ball.
Well, gentlemen,
homie's lonely.
It's nearing that time. I had a fun time.
I had a good time too. That went by.
But it's not over
yet. It always goes by real quick.
But it's not over yet. We got to do our jam and yam and your music recommendation of the week. That's how it does. So get thinking, because I've got mine. Dylan will probably bring up his, and it could be any song you want.
Yeah.
So my jam of the week is undoubtedly going to be "Vampire" by Dominic Fike.
Ooh.
Super jam. Love it. Heard it a lot over the past couple days.
Dominic Fike is definitely a legend.
Oh, super legend. Like one of the most talented acts in music, and super underrated.
He literally got I want to say he got a 7-figure music deal
with Columbia Records
without releasing anything.
Yep.
What?
He never. Dominic Fike. He's an artist, pretty young. He just like featured on other people's stuff, but he didn't have any of his own songs.
Wow.
But he's like really diverse. He does like pop punk. He does like R&B. He raps. He plays guitar. So
wow. That's fire.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard the song, so I definitely have to listen to it. Yeah.
So it's your yam, buddy.
So the yam is the homie Glaive. He's come out with a new song. Detest Me. Very good. Banger. I listened to a slowed version of it, and it just sounds like the best song ever. So, all right, if you're gonna listen to a version, listen to that one.
I actually have Detest Me on the jam since you've shown it to me. It's one of those rare yam jams.
Not that rare. There's actually a good amount.
That's good. You got one?
I do have one.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, it's the song "Loretta" by Ginger Root.
Fire.
It's this guy I discovered through TikTok, and he's got like 3 albums out, and it's his latest single. And the music video and the song are really, really great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So go check that out.
Yep.
Before we finish this video, I'd like to super thank Miles for coming through.
I want to thank you guys for having me on.
Nah, man, this is a long time coming.
Yeah.
Miles has been watching the videos for a super long time. He's been honestly one of our biggest supporters. So to have him here, honestly, it means a lot. It's super cool.
Yeah, man. I know. It's been like 2 years since I last saw you in person.
Yeah, and it was like
and 2 years, and the previous 2 years before that, it was Bobby telling me about you too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And now we're all here, and I honestly feel like we have like the best conversations.
Yeah.
So don't make yourself sparse. Please come through whenever you can, man. That seat will be saved for you, Miles.
Thank you.
And like I said, in the description, you can go check out all of Miles's links to his music projects and whatnot.
At least give it a try.
Definitely.
At least give it a try. That's what I said.
It's great.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Without further ado, now I gotta find some way to end this shit.
You guys want to have a quick 3-way rock paper scissors match?
He never wants to do it with me.
I'll do it.
Gotta do it for the championship.
What? I'll do it now.
All right, fine. 3-way. Let's go. Quick 3-way.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Oh shit.
Wow.